Hello students, today we will continue the chapter number 9, Life in the Natural Regions, and the topic that we will study today is Amazon Basin. So what is a basin? A basin is an area of land from which water flows into a river. It is an area of land from which the water flows into a river. Like if this is an area of land and the water is flowing through this area of land into a river, then it is called a basin. Right? So today's topic is Amazon Basin. We will study about the climate of the Amazon Basin, its natural vegetation. Then we will move on to the wildlife. Then we will study about the type of people that live in the Amazon Basin and what the practices that they used to do, like what type of food that they used to eat, etc. etc. Right? So, okay, so let's start. The climate of Amazon Basin. The first point is sun shines vertically in the Amazon Basin. We will discuss about this point with the help of a diagram or a figure later on. Okay, let's move on to the next point, which is high temperature. High temperature. It means that Amazon Basin experiences a very high temperature. There is continuously a very high temperature in the atmosphere, right? Then the third point is little difference in day and night, summer and winter temperatures. Like there is a very little difference in the day and night temperatures. If the temperature of the day was high, then the temperature of the night will also be high with very little difference in between the temperatures. And if the summer is also very hot, then the winter temperature will also be quite hot. And if it is not that hot, it is somewhat cold, then the winter temperature will also be cold. Like the temperatures will not vary too much in the summer and in the winters. Right? They will not vary too much in the summer and winters as well as in the day and night. Then the third point is high humidity. Humidity is the content of water in the air, right? So in the Amazon Basin there is very high humidity that you will always feel a little bit sticky kind of feeling all the time, right? Like the sweat is not being evaporated from your body, right? You will always feel like there is stickiness in the environment, in the air. Okay? Then there is conventional rainfall every day. In the Amazon Basin, what happens that there are convectional rainfalls that happen every day. Can you imagine? There are rainfall happening in the Amazon Basin every day. And these are the convectional rainfall. Let us study about what is a convectional rainfall. So a convectional rainfall occurs when the heated air from the Earth's surface, rises upwards along with the water vapor. When the heated air from the Earth's surface rises upward along with the water vapor and gets condensed, and when it reaches at the top of the atmosphere, it starts to condense, it starts to cool down, right? When it reaches a higher altitude, it starts to condense, it starts to cool down. Here the clouds carry the water vapor are not carried away. Here the clouds that are formed from the water vapor that has been condensed, the clouds that are formed after the condensation of the water vapor are not carried away. They are quite heavy and they are not carried away by the wind, and hence it rains in the same place, and therefore rain starts to happen in the same place. Right? So let's understand it again. When the heated air from the Earth's surface rises up into the atmosphere, it starts to cool down, it starts to condense, and it starts to fall down on the surface of land, because the clouds that are formed from the condensation are quite heavy and they are not being carried away by the wind. So it starts to fall down on the same land from which it rose, right? Then it rains in the same place. Due to this, convectional rainfall is limited to the equatorial belt, and because of this reason, the convectional rainfall is limited to the equatorial region. It does not leave the equatorial region, and these rain clouds along with the winds are not carried away to any other place. They stay in the equatorial region. These clouds are not carried away with the wind, they stay in the equatorial region. And due to this, convectional rainfall is limited to the equatorial region. Heavy rainfall with lightning and thunder takes place, which does not last long. There is very heavy rainfall in this type of convectional rainfall. What happens that there is very heavy rainfall with thunder and lightning. There is very heavy rainfall with thunder and lightning, but it does not last long. It does not last long. Such rain is usually in the summer or the hotter part of the day. So this type of rainfall takes place in the hotter part of the day. That is when the temperature is high throughout the day. That part of the day in which the temperature is quite high, or it takes place in the summer. Okay, and only in the equatorial regions. in the climate of Amazon basin. There is hot and wet condition. What is the meaning of hot and wet condition? There is very high temperature and heavy rainfall. There is high temperature and heavy rainfall. Then moving on to the natural vegetation of Amazon basin. The first point is dense forests. There are very dense forests in the Amazon basin. They are very thick. They have very large amount of leaves in their branches, and they cover up the top of the forest and form a canopy. Let us see this point. Okay, it's coming later on. It's coming. There is this thick canopy. I will explain it later. So the forests in the Amazon basin are very dense and thick. Okay. Then comes the richest rainforest in the world with highest number of plant species. It has the highest number of plant species, and therefore it is the richest rainforest in the world. The Amazon rainforest is the richest rainforest in the world with highest number of plant species. With highest number of plant species. Then comes the hardwood trees. There are hardwood trees in the Amazon basin. What are hardwood trees? Hardwood trees are those trees which have quite strong timber, which can be used in the making of furnitures and different tools and equipments also. So this type of furniture stays good for a longer period of time because the timber which has been used is a hardwood timber and it is quite strong, right? Then moving on to the next point, which is tall evergreen broad-leaf trees in layers. There are very tall trees in Amazon basin or Amazon rainforest. There are very tall trees which are evergreen. That is, they bear leaves throughout the year. They have leaves throughout the year. It is not like that they shed their leaves in the winter season. Their leaves stay on the branches for the whole of the year. Okay, their branches have leaves for the whole of the year. And the leaves are broad-leaved, right? They are very broad. The leaf of the trees in the Amazon basin are very broad, and they are in layers. The trees are in layers. Like this is the forest, then this is a tree, this is a tree, this is a tree. They are forming layers, they are forming layers. Here are the leaves of this tree, here are the leaves of this tree, here are the leaves, right? So they are forming, as you can see that they are forming different layers in the forest. So what did we see until now? Up till now, there are dense forests in the Amazon basin. They are very thick, and there are richest rainforests in the world with highest number of plant species. They are the highest number of plant species. There are hardwood trees found in the Amazon basin, which are very hard and they are very thick and strong timber. Then comes the next point: tall evergreen broad-leaf trees. They are very tall. The trees in the Amazon basin are very tall, and they are evergreen. That is, their branches have leaves throughout the year, and the leaves are very broad. And the trees are forming different layers in the forest. The trees are forming different layers in the forest. Then the next point is the Amazon rainforest have a very thick canopy. The Amazon rainforest has a very thick canopy. What is the meaning of the word canopy? The word canopy means the uppermost branches and leaves of tall trees which act like a roof over the forest ground. It is called a canopy. So it is the uppermost branches and leaves, of the tall trees, which act like a roof over the forest ground. Okay. So these are the uppermost branches of the tall trees, and they form like a roof over the forest. This is called a canopy. And this canopy is so thick in the Amazon rainforest that it does not allow any light to enter through the forest, and because of that reason, the ground of the Amazon basin is always kind of damp. It is always kind of damp, and there is water content in it, and it's quite moist, and there is very little undergrowth in it. Like the different plants that are on the ground, they do not get any amount of light, and so they are not growing that properly, right? There is very little undergrowth in the forest. So as I told you that the top covering layer or canopy is so thick that sunlight can hardly reach up to the ground. And the forest is dark and damp. See this point? The next point is dark and damp. And because this canopy is so thick, it does not allow any light to enter, and therefore the forest is very dark and damp. What is the meaning of the word damp? The word damp means it is slightly wet. The word damp means it is slightly wet. It's not that wet, like it's always kind of marshy and like you just step on it and then you have very difficulty on walking on the land or the ground. It's not like that, but it's just slightly wet. It's slightly wet. That is the meaning of the word damp. Right? And the forest floor is swampy with little undergrowth. The forest floor is also swampy. What is the meaning of the word swampy? The word swampy means land is soft and very wet. The land is soft and very wet. The forest is dark and damp. The forest is dark and damp. That means it is slightly wet. The forest is dark and damp, but the forest floor is quite, wet, which is the word swampy for it. The forest floor is quite soft and very wet. The forest floor is very soft and very wet. And the forest itself is not that wet. The forest itself is not that wet, but the ground is quite soft and very wet. It is called swampy. Then, moving on to the next point, creepers and climbers. There are different types of creepers and climber plants in the Amazon basin, such as the lianas. So the creepers and climbers that are there in the Amazon basin are the lianas, and there are also parasitic plants such as the epiphytes and bromeliads. Okay. So let us understand the meaning of creepers, climbers. What is the meaning of the word creepers and climbers? Creepers are plants with weak stem. That derive support from climbing up the trees. That derive their support by climbing up the trees and other tall objects. Many of them are vines whose stems twine around the trees and branches. They use special structures called tendrils to climb on trees. Examples are bees, cucumber, grapevine, gourd, jasmine and money plant. These are some of the examples of climbers. So what is a climber? It is basically a weak stemmed plant. If the stem of the plant does not have that much strength that it can climb up the tall objects, or it can just stay straight or stand firmly on the ground, it does not have that much strength in its stem. So what does it do? That it takes help of the tall objects and it derives its support from the other trees, right? And many of the climbers are also vines. What are vines? They are very thick stems which become twined around any object or any tree. Very, very thin stems whose stems twine around trees and branches. They use special structures which are called tendrils to climb up trees. At the end of the stems of these plants, there are tendrils. And these tendrils, kind of grasp any object or any, tree, so that it can take the help of that object or tree and climb up it, right? They are very, you can just look at the image, it's very thick. It's very thin branch type, not even branch, it's very, very thin type of, leaf, you can say. So these were the climbers. Now, let us see what are the creepers. The creepers are plants with weak stem that grow along the ground. The creepers are the plants that have very weak stem and they grow along the ground. They are not like climbers that they start to climb up other objects. They just spread along the ground and they have very fragile stems. Their stems are very fragile and they can neither erect nor support all of its weight. They can not either erect or they can also not support all of its weight onto its stem. And some of the examples of the creepers are watermelon, pumpkin and sweet potato. So these are the creepers and climbers that are there in the Amazon rainforest. Then moving on to the parasitic plants. What are parasitic plants? Parasitic plants are plants that derive some or all of its nutrition requirement from another living plant called host. So parasitic plants are those plants which derive their nutrition from some other plant. They take their nutrition from some other plant, and this other plant from which they take the nutrition is called as the host plant. This plant which has the nutrition, and from this plant they are taking the nutrition, so this plant is called as the host plant, right? And these plants that are deriving the nutrition are called as the parasitic plants. So what are the parasitic plants that are found in the Amazon basin? These are some of the names: epiphytes and bromeliads. If you want to look up what are these plants, then you can just see this section, which is did you know, on page number 163. It is written that epiphytes are parasitic plants and bromeliads are also plants that grow higher. You can just read this definition, right?